Hi guys, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Hussain.
And this is cinNOMADics. So, I'm not going to read the German versions of this. I have them here. And I don't speak German. Did you take German? No, you took French.
Don't try to pronounce it.
Yeah, so not gonna do that. What I am gonna do is I have them all written in English that I do speak. And the first thing she says was, "It was so beautiful how the three of us sat there in the shade of an apple tree."
Wait, what? Can you say that again?
The first thing when they first show her and she's sitting there, burnt, whatever. She says, "It was so beautiful how the three of us sat there in the shade of an apple tree." The second thing she says is, "Do you remember that day, Frederick? Chloe's arms out of the window of the car. We found the perfect spot by the river in the shade of the apple tree. It was her first time eating fresh apples." Chloe must be the daughter. And then the last thing she says it while Homelander and Ryan are talking, I think. That's what the note says. It says, ... was so happy. It was wonderful. I never wanted that day to end. So, she was so hurt that she, not hurt, but, so...
She went back in time.
Yeah. She, probably had momentary amnesia or something and went back to a happier time to, deal with the pain. Her brain probably shut off her reality.
Oh, wow.
I mean, she had all her limbs cut off and she was burnt on 90% of her body. So, I mean, it makes sense. But I do not think that reflects her actual mental state. I think it's a moment of shock.
Yeah.
Personally. I think she's totally coming back. I do think she's going to get robot appendages. I don't think she'll be back for a while because I feel like it'll just be a lot of money with CG to CG animate her every time she's back.
Well, they got Jeff Bezos behind them on the budget.
Jeff Bezos is not sitting there I'm going to give a whole day's salary to the boys. He doesn't care.
They could. He could, though.
Whatever. He could. Anything's possible. It's a very popular show.
He's like, you know what? I like you. I'll give you 2 days' salary.
Anyway. So, the very last thing that we see is, Homelander's giving a speech. And he is talking to a camera about Stormfront and everything that's happening. And they're spinning it so that it's Starlight, Maeve, and I saved the day. And A-Train's probably going to come back. But, as you see him saying this, he has nothing in his eyes. And it's you see the grief in the character. And I think whatever demented villain creator thing he's going to do, I think that moment is going to be the marker of it, because it's this man made half of the world, and not half the world, but a big chunk of the world feared, and he called them super terrorists and all that because he was stuck in a situation that wasn't even his fault. You know what I mean?
That's not was his fault.
I mean, whatever. But
it wasn't compound VOA to.
But it wasn't his. It was his fault, but it wasn't his responsibility to fix it. Now this man feels personally attacked. He lost his son. He's backed into a corner with this tape. He's literally not going to be able to find a way out of this. The only person that he's loved this season, the only people he loved this season are all gone or dead. I'm assuming he had some kind of feeling for Becca. I don't know if he did or not, but it was the mother of his son. So. Sure. That you can't not feel something for her.
I don't think he cared.
That he probably didn't care. But
actually, no. Since you just mentioned that the Homelander not caring thing, you know the moment he discovers that Stormfront is burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
I got the impression he was more impressed than sad.
Yeah, you said that. You said, "Oh, he's gonna be impressed."
Right? Do you think or do you think he's actually sad? Because it's a thing where you had to read the expression of the actor because he didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything. I didn't think that he was impressed or sad. I thought it was more
whoa.
I kind of thought that he was more how are you going to fix this? How is PR going to fix this?
Oh, you think you're just shocked? Oh my God, what am I going to do?
I'm not shocked, but I guess but not, yeah, what's next? How do I fix this kind of thing? What do we do to fix this? I didn't read it as wow, my boy did this.
I don't know.
I think he would be impressed because we said before, he tried to, like, hurt her with his laser eyes, and nothing happened, and that, like, it outwardly frustrated him. But his boy over here just cut off all his limbs. I think another thing was, like, he might in that moment have realized that his son is more powerful than he is. And then it's like, because the thing that he says is, like, Ryan, come here, or something. Or, like, he was trying to regain possession of his son in that moment. So I think, if anything, he would have realized that his son was as powerful, and he would have tried to, like, mute his power, so that way he would seem like he is powerful, like Homelander is, but not more powerful than Homelander. Because he essentially is Homelander's replacement. And as a kid, even if Homelander is, like, 50 or 60 or whatever,
he's a threat.
Yeah, as soon as he becomes, like, 16, 17 heartthrob material, he's in and Homelander's out. So I feel like if he would have had position over where Ryan's trajectory would have went, it would have been gone. But that's like a season 3, 4, 5, 6 thingy. I also found some questions online. One of the questions... Where did I write them down? A lot of the questions that I found specifically for this episode weren't specific to this episode. Like, people were asking if... Sorry, I can't find them. People were asking if there's going to be a season 3, and according to the internets, I don't remember the name of the site that I found it on, but there is going to be a season. Oh, here it is. Will the boys have a season 3? According to GamesRadar.com, there will be a season 3, and they also believe that the season 3 premiere won't happen until 2022. And that is because they're set to start filming, and as soon as January 2021, according to the series creator Eric Kripke. And there was some additional investigating done. There is a listing on IATSE83. It's the compound where they shoot this show in Toronto, and they have listings for extras for this show from February 2021 to August 2021. So it is possible that after editing and everything, we could expect this in early 2022. So if you live in Toronto and you want a quick cameo or a job, you could always go online and find the boys' extras listing if you're free, or if Americans are able to get back into Canada by then. That's also probably another reason why it's being pushed back so late, is because, like, when is Trudeau gonna let us back into his country?
Never.
Honestly.
Never.
But you guys can come back in after the election.
That's a different topic. But yeah, that's kind of sad that we have to wait that long to see this. Yeah, because this is a really cool show. We saw both of the first seasons pretty close to each other, and so it'll be quite a while before we get to continue that story.
Yes. But until then, we have The Mandalorian to watch, and we will be talking about The Mandalorian for a while.
Maybe a few episodes.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? So we do a season 1 recap before the show goes live?
What are you talking about?
The Mandalorian. Or you know what? We'll talk about it some other time.
That's all I have to say.
Okay. I have nothing else to add.
We'll have a Mandalorian episode up later this week, so be sure to subscribe and to come back and watch that. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment if you agree or disagree with anything that we've said in this whole video.
Probably a lot of disagreements.
Yes. We are ready to hear it all. We're grown-ups. We can take it. Just don't insult us too much, because we have fragile little egos. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh. Bye.